Okay, I'm going to try to wrap up the basic argument for why it is that I think the simulation hypothesis is the only rational explanation. I mean, okay, you can say, oh, it's spiritual, and the gods and goddesses, and or oh, the aliens, or oh, God is up there in his chariot in the sky. Okay, but what about the how, the what? Like, okay, look, say it's a simulation, right? And I'm just gonna throw in, different terms, people use aliens or God or the NPC people, etc. The ghosts, um, angels, God, magic, poltergeist, demon possession, all this shit that's fucking impossible in a physical realm, but it wouldn't be in a video game, right? Or hell, I can't say that there's not a spirit. I'm not saying there's not a spirit. I'm just saying, think about this. All right, let's go over like a little technicality. Okay, let's say I'm just gonna use the word aliens, and most, some people say that. I don't want to keep repeating a bunch of different terms for different things. I'll just use that. I wrote that down in text because I was texting someone that thinks that the aliens are doing everything or whatever. All right, anyways. Well, so let's say the aliens or artificial intelligence had system administrative access to the source code of the game. You're aware of online game servers, right? Such as Steam, for instance, Steam.io, right? Uh, well, they host numerous game servers. I'm just trying to give you a basic understanding of how it could work. They host numerous games on a cloud server. Each game consists of a series of game maps, right? The game map is the user environment, the graphical user interface within the artificial world of the game. As a player, you are one of the characters. The body that represents you is called a sprite. Same with all the others. Of all the other characters are all called sprites, whether it be an animal or a person or a freaking werewolf or bear, whatever the heck. Sprites, if you see, right? Okay. Now, inside of a game map, if you're talking like an MMORPG, you've got your NPC characters, which have varying functions, and just depending on what their job is, and there they have, some are more advanced than others, you know, some are really unadvanced, glitch out, right? Anyways, so yeah, there are different types. Yeah. And then you've got the user, the actual consciousness in one of the sprites. And then you also have system administrators that have root access, super user access to the game environment. So they can basically do whatever they want in there. They can put in custom sprites, show up as a freaking werewolf or an angel or alien or whatever the heck they want to. Ghost, They can go through walls, they can pass outside the edges of the map, etc., etc. And, infinite money, whatever the heck they want, because they have administrative access. Okay? Super user access. Better than cheat codes, right? Say a server like Steam, for instance, was running multiple game maps simultaneously, playing out various different scenarios. Every choice you make, say you get to an intersection in one version, you take a right, and another you take a left, and so on and so forth. Every variable running on a separate game map. Okay? And bunch of blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Hold on, go back. Say maybe there's also some glitches, right? And Easter eggs, like in game. Maybe different levels, open new maps. When you beat a certain part, you get to a new map. Or maybe there's a glitch that allows something to bleed through from another map. Or you end up shifting to a different map because of a glitch or whatever, right? Uh, or because of some admin messing with you or some control system AI. You notice slight different variations and differences in your surroundings, strange characters like Bigfoot or, ghosts, aliens, whatever. Weird things happening, right? I'm just saying, okay, I don't know, Mandela effect, for instance. Same way hackers can get into Grand Theft Auto and run around as a bear or some sort of weird monster or whatever, right? They could make you hear voices in the same way someone logged into an MMORPG can speak into the microphone using the chat function. You know? They can, change characteristics of the game. Like, say you wanted to change the way Berenstein Bears was spelled in a game from like an administrative access to the source code, right? You just go into your compiler, seek out, search for the source code for Berenstein Bears, uh, just change a letter or two around, right? For every single instance of it that exists within the game map, click, edit, save, there you go. Pretty much. I'm just saying, like, it makes sense. Find something else that makes sense that doesn't make you sound like a fucking mental patient or something. I mean, really. There's an invisible man in the sky. You know? He has this place where there's fire and torture where you'll burn forever and ever. But he loves you, right? Or there's wizards and fairies and magic, oh my, or the aliens run the world or whatever the fuck. Or it actually is something that fucking makes sense, right? Come on. I mean, this crap. I'm not saying there's not some fucking malevolence here, but how nice are you when you fucking like log in to play Grand Theft Auto, fucking Vice City or whatever the fucking new one, San Andreas, whatever? Are you walking around fucking passing flowers out there? What are you doing in the game exactly? Or if you're playing like a game, you're logging in to play. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it. Like, say you have say it's a game that you pay for or something, right? Or some people pay to go do it, right? Or maybe they even pay other people to be real characters, to be real consciousness as characters or whatever in there, for whatever reason. Oh, well, you got to agree to a mind wipe and we'll pay you this because you're poor and you have to, whatever. Oh, but don't worry, it'll seem like a lifetime, but it's only going to last fucking, you know, 30 minutes or an hour or something, and it'll be over and then you'll get your money, right? No, Oh, don't worry, it's really cool in there. Look at all these pictures we have of beautiful beaches and nice scenery, and check out all the pretty girls you could hook up with. And oh, look at all these nice things you could have when you go there. You know, give you the sales pitch. You know, or like imagine if you're like some guy or girl, whatever, in a fucking wheelchair or something, right? Or you're some severe disability, or you're like 80 years old, 90, whatever, 75, whatever. You got no family and you're just sitting alone in some fucking retirement home, like staring at the fucking TV. Hey, you know, hey, there's more Matlock reruns. And then somebody comes along and says, hey, how would you like to be a teenager again? See your whole family again, and like they're alive, and relive your memories, and then you can go on and you can be young again and start over, and you know what I mean? I mean, think about it, right? So just it'll seem like it's real. Just sign here, and we'll stick you in this virtual reality chamber or whatever, right? I'm just saying, or there's all kinds of ways they could give a great sales pitch to make it sound really fucking good to get you to come in, or they could just grab people or whatever. I'm just saying. I mean, like, okay, you ever seen the show Gamer, or the movie? I mean, it's got the dude from Dexter and is like the bad guy, and then like Russell Crowe or something. Actually, I think there's this other guy that looks just like Russell Crowe, or very, very, very similar. So I'm not really sure. I think it's Russell Crowe. Yeah. Anyways, like in there's like people getting paid to let other people take over their bodies and fucking use them as like Sims characters, right? So what makes how do we know we're not in some world where it's already like that or some shit, right? It could fucking be, or something else, or maybe, and then the inmates, right, are like the death row inmates are hooked up and they're like fucking being used for like war games and stuff. Yeah, and I mean, look at the fucking tech. I mean, and you could look at okay, I could go on. I'm just gonna go on and fucking continue making my fucking case here, right? Okay. Now, okay, at some point, I swear I'll do this. I'll link some goddamn articles in the comments, right? Or if need be in the description or something. Uh, Not right this freaking second when after I post it, but when I fucking get around to it, right? Or you can ask about it. Okay, so for one thing, people think, oh, that couldn't be because, uh, it would take up too much. The video card would overheat and it wouldn't be able to handle blah blah. Well, look up. God, what's it called? God dang it! Fuck! I'm having a brain fart here. Come on, damn it! Think, brain, think. The hell's the name of that fucking graphics? Euclidean. Yeah. Check out the fucking type of graphics that Euclidean was fucking coming up with. And they've already basically got it figured out. They can create basically infinite fucking game maps, man. They could create the Earth and everything in it, and the fucking planets and outer space and all this other shit. There wouldn't even be like an edge, like in the 13th floor or any kind of shit like that. They could spawn fucking infinite every damn thing everywhere, basically, with something like that. And how hard would it be? Let's say you had a real planet Earth or whatever somewhere, right? Well, fucking look at Google Earth, man. Right? You understand how easy it would be to take that using like just basic fucking like 360 cameras and film basically everything. You could piece in other you know, I mean, say you were messing around with forests or something, right? You could if you didn't want to go film every single inch of every forest and desert and stuff, then you just go to certain areas and film enough of similar areas, and then copy paste, edit a couple of color setting, you know what I mean? And then you've got your, just switch it up a little bit, move a tree here and a tree there, put a different extra bush over it, it's it wouldn't be that fucking difficult. You could just fucking straight up 3D map the entire fucking planet, everything, every pretty much damn near everything on it. I mean, and besides that, you got to realize that like fucking cell phones, Wi-Fi, radio waves, hell, light waves. You got like smart meters on the house that connect to things like your fucking LED light bulbs and things like that. And fucking alternating current puts out a sort of radiation of sorts. Um, it's a waveform. Let's put it that way. There are waveforms all around us, and these waveforms, if you could read those waveforms in a visual format, you could certainly create it in 3D map an environment without even needing a fucking camera. Because those waveforms, for instance, light waves, sound waves, everything bounce off or are, let's say they are interrupted. There is an interruptance or whatever in the waveform when it comes into contact with solid matter, such as a wall, or an air conditioner, or a fucking soda can sitting on the table, or a light, or whatever the fuck, right? So you could potentially 3D map everything in the room, even without the camera, but fuck that. Everybody's got a camera on the front and back side of their phone, and they're fucking staring at the damn thing all the time, walking all over the fucking place. I mean, think about it, man. Think about how easy it would be if you're like designing shit, if you're trying to like create a copy of a real world or something and then fucking change it up, you know, just to fucking, 3D map the environment, pop it into a fucking game map. You got fucking basically unlimited computing power for the fucking graphics. You could put this shit on a goddamn computer from Windows, like fucking XP or some shit was on, probably. We wouldn't have to because, I mean, who knows? Besides that, who knows what fucking year it is in the real world if this isn't it, right? Maybe it's fucking. Maybe we're living in a simulation of 2023 and an alternate fake fucking 2023 situation or whatever. And out in the fucking real world, it's like 2153 or some shit. Who fucking knows, Could have, could be people flying around in goddamn space cars and shit, jetpack to fucking work, Work, what's that? Nobody works, yeah. We just fuck around and with these people in the simulation or something, right? Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? Maybe everybody's already on this made it. I mean, okay, I could go on and on with the fucking tech, man. Look, dude, I'll give you some search terms to look for, alright? Obviously, check out the fucking Euclidean graphics. And then like look at the kind of shit that the artificial intelligence and deep fake sort of shit is already out in the open capable of where we are here. that's what we're allowed to know about, you see. You know? Okay, so there's that. And then there's a couple of articles you should look up. There's one article's talking about how they think they can make it so if you were in prison in the future, they could make it so they could save money by only having to keep somebody in prison for like a couple of hours, because they could make it so that the person could serve a very realistic seeming life sentence or even consecutive life sentences in a matter of hours by using like some sort of a simulated environment in combination with some sort of a pharmaceuticals or something to fucking like warp time and give you like a horrible fucking experience for ridiculous. Yeah, they wrote this is like published papers on this shit, man. Look it up. You know, there's another one. There's a fucking website somewhere I remember finding that says like watch your favorite shows for, again for the first time, and it claims that it's going to hypnotize you to make it so that when you watch some movies or shows that you like that you've seen 100,000 fucking times or whatever, that like when you watch it now, it'll be like you've seen it for the first time, like you never seen it before, right? I mean, we're talking fucking sunshine of a fucking spotless mind sort of shit that they're already talking about. And the fucking nanotech in the fucking movie Gamer, where he's like, millions of tiny little particles, you know, million times smaller than these dust particles. Remember? Yeah, nanobots fucking already exist. Look them up. It's not fucking science fiction anymore. No. So, I mean, it's completely fucking like, and I mean, think about it, right? Think about all the types of simulations that people like to fucking run, like doing tests and things like that now that they have computers, right? I mean, don't you think that they would create, even if, and I mean, this is a totally different thing, but yeah, you could see people doing it just to fuck around and like go do crazy shit like you would in GTA, you know? Create a bunch of fucking AI and fucking like sim character, not NPCs and shit, and then put in some like real consciousness, and then you have whoever's jacking in from the outside, and then you got your hackers and your fucking system administrators and so on and so forth fucking around with shit. I mean, it fucking makes sense, man. Think about it. And then the other fucking explanation that I hear from people all the fucking time that almost everybody is sucked into don't fucking make sense, logically speaking. It's like, no, don't think about that. Couldn't be that. No, it's not that. There's magical spirits. No, it's the aliens. I mean, I'm not saying there's not aliens or angels, God, but who the fuck knows? Like, I'm just saying, dude, okay. So you take some sprites from like, God damn it, what the hell was that game where you're like, something Earth? There's, there's this video game I used to play on Xbox where you'd like, you're like a Martian UFO and you can abduct people and take over their minds and shoot them with ray guns and shit like that, and do cattle abductions and what, all earthlings must die or some shit. I don't remember. All humans must die. Some shit like that. Yeah, right? And yeah, think of all the fucking video games you've played or you've seen people play over the years and the kind of shit that's in them, right? What makes you think that if, say, there's a simulation of Earth, that some people ain't going to add every kind of fucked up and crazy thing that they could possibly pull out of their ass? What makes you think they ain't going to add God and the devil and fucking every pagan fucking deity they can think of, and aliens and fucking ghosts and demons and chupacabra and fucking vampires and whatever the fuck they feel like? Oh, werewolf over here. Let's put a werewolf in. That'll be cool. Did you see the look on their face when they saw the fucking werewolf? He's out there in the fucking, dude fucking, like, cis admin, like, fucking dressed as a werewolf out there in the game, like, fucking with people and shit. And they post a video, like, freaking out about it on YouTube, and he's sitting on his fucking YouTube channel out there in the world beyond, like, laughing about it, like, dude, I'm gonna fuck with these people, huh? Check it out. Right? I mean, come on. It just seems fucking, like, almost, like, fucking obvious, man. It, like, what the hell else makes actual fucking sense? Think of something else that makes logical fucking sense. And I can just see the people pulling out their Bibles. I'm gonna quote you from John 3:16, right? Or whatever, right? Pull out my Bhagavad Gita. Mekaran says that, I mean, come on, man. Think about it. I'm sorry, I know, like, it fucking makes sense. It's the only thing that I can think of. It's the only, like, rational, logical thing that I can come up with that actually just fucking straight up makes sense. Like, it makes fucking sense. And the other stuff, if you, like, use any sort of logic whatsoever, just it's like fucking nonsense, man. I mean, I've been sitting here watching these movies, like, God, what did I just watch? The Adjustment Bureau and The Forgotten, and now I was watching They Live again, and I was thinking about what the hell is that other one? There's a couple more fucking movies I gotta remember to get. One's, damn, what the hell is that one? There's like a new one in it with Owen Wilson and how the hell could I forget her name for a second? She's Mila Kunis, I believe. Yeah. Wasn't it her? Wait, was it her? No, I'm sorry. I was thinking of her for some other reason. No, it was, what was her name again? Damn it. Oh, come on. Also hot. Damn it. Okay, I haven't freaking slept all night. I'm brain farting here. Sorry. Oh, I had it for a second and then it fucking disappeared. It was there and then it was gone. I was like, phew, too fast. You ever have that where you're trying to think of something and then it like flies past your brain so fast and you're like, there it is. Oh, now it's gone. Mm. Ugh. Damn it. And she was in a bunch of other good fucking movies too. What the hell? No, god damn it. Oh well. I'm sorry. The movie was like Bliss. Yeah, the movie is called Bliss, right? And the whole premise of that movie is that he's inside of the simulation and she comes in there and like they have to do some certain drug or something in order to get superpowers within the simulation, and they have to do some other fucking drug that wakes them the fuck up out of the simulation. Yeah. And then the outside world kind of looks like it's this, great paradise sort of place. But basically, all the key figures of the New World Order are kind of, in charge, and they're all heroes there. And there seem to be a lot less people alive on the planet. But everybody seems so happy, and they have nice technology and nice houses, and everything's taken care of. But sometimes they have to go inside of this simulation of a terrible world like this so that they can come out of it and be so happy that they're out there in the nicer world. See? Yeah, that's pretty much how the movie synopsis of that. Oh, come on. Seriously, how come that you would think that would have, like, circled, the name would have circled back around? Oh, well. Mm. I mean, I know the name, it's just for some reason that's, like, cut out of my head, or what I got brain fart from on that one for whatever reason. Mm. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I'm trying to think if I actually made like enough points about why it very well could be a simulation and how and so on and so forth. Um, well, if you want to know like how people could be stuck into some place where they were in a simulation and they couldn't get out, like you got a physical body but you can't fucking move to do anything about it, and you're stuck inside of some fucking virtual reality fucking headset or something. Like, okay, how would they do that? Well, okay, I would imagine that they would suspend you in an isolation chamber on a suspension of salt water in order to make you float freely, and they would hook you up to some sort of a heads-up display or projection above, or perhaps even if it's far enough into the future, they could have ocular implants or something. And oh yeah, there's also technology that's they're working on so that they can make people have yeah, they can make you taste, smell, feel whatever the fuck they want, basically. With yes, yes, they can by stimulating certain parts of your brain, and your nervous system and so on. They can do that. The technology already fucking exists, pretty much. And anyways, yeah. And as far as the not moving thing, well, that could be restraints, or more likely some sort of a paralytic, and then there could be perhaps you know hooked up to some sort of like a feeding tube or some sort of shit like that, right? Yeah, it could be done. It could totally fucking be done. I actually had this fucking experience once or twice, or I don't know, a few times in my life. Have you ever had this sensation where it felt like you were like rocking back and forth in like water, like, okay, you ever been like in the ocean when a wave hits and it's like you're going whoa back and forth, feeling like you're on it right? Because I've had that feeling before. And I actually had the suspicion even back then when I first felt something like that, because I had been suspicious of this, like something like that for years. I'm like, what the hell is this, right? But I mean, that's the sort of thing that you might feel if you were inside a simulation and then somebody was maybe like carrying something past your isolation tank and like bumped into it and made the fucking water rock back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be. It could be. I don't. I'm just saying. If it is a fucking simulation, I want some fucking upgrades or I want the hell out of here. Major fucking upgrades. You know, enter infinite money cheat code or some shit. Shitloads of money cheat code at the very least. Maybe some superpowers would be nice. You know, some repairs. Maybe get the fucking adjustment bureau fucking things off my ass, right? Or get me the hell out of here. Come on, Morpheus. Come on, Trinity. Where the hell are you? Right? Tank, I need an exit. Yeah, right? Anyhow, I guess I'll conclude the video here because kind of brain farting on seeing that. Hopefully, I didn't forget too much. Oh, yeah, I'll have to clip this in. Uh, yeah, I did forget just a couple little things here. Like, oh, I don't know. There's one physicist that said he found like some mathematical equation that proves that there's basically computer code, like binary, in the makeup of our fucking reality. So there's that, and then there's let's see, Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Let's see, there's the double slit experiment. Might want to check that out. You know, observation. Schrodinger's cat. On and on. I mean, come on.